First on BBC One, Premier League football in Match of the Day with Desmond Lynham.
This was the last match of the day before Christmas, and the FA Carling Premiership asked the viewer, "What would you like?" And you replied, "We want 3 cracking games involving the top 3 in the Premiership to find out who will be top at Christmas." And do you know what? Match of the Day has got your Christmas present sorted. We're at White Hart Lane for the big London derby, Spurs against Chelsea. Dennis Wise to take the corner. Flo got the header down. It's LeBeuf. And it very nearly found a way through. Arsenal are having a December to dismember at the moment. Can Newcastle United provide some relief for them? We're after some changes for match 2.
The error. Going to bounce back for Petit. The error again. And Petit again. There's a chance for a shot. Pulls it past the post.
And then Liverpool and Manchester United kicking off in their usual Saturday lunchtime slot. I'm sure they're settling down for an early night right now after their early start. Our trip to Anfield is match 3.
Gary Neville. Got space to run into. Exchanges passes with Beckham. Sheringham! Hits the post, but Cole is there! And the offside flag denies Manchester United a perfect start.
All the other games that take place on this very special Christmas edition of Match of the Day. And with us today is Trevor and Trevor, whose Christmas wish is sorely not to sound like one another. But still, you can't get everything you wanted for Christmas. Here on Match of the Day though, and thank you very much for tuning. You are blessed with 3 keep games. Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal look like being the 3 sides that are going to challenge for the FA Carling Premiership as we approach the halfway mark of the season. 1997 was certainly Manchester United's year, where back in April they practically won the FA Carling Premiership at Anfield. For Arsenal, it's been a rebuilding process after last October arriving the new manager, and for Chelsea, could Rue Hullet be the special one? Well, we're off to White Hart Lane. First and foremost for this one, your commentator is Trevor Davis.
Well, Tottenham have got a little problem. Top of the league is Chelsea. Are they the chosen players to stop them? Chelsea know if they are going to mount a sizable title challenge, if there really is to be their first championship winning year since 1955, London derbies as such as this, where they will need to collect 3 points. And this afternoon at White Hart Lane, there is much to ponder. No David Ginola, Andy Sinton comes in. Colin Calderwood comes in midfield to partner Alan Nilsson. Gary Mabbott is past fit to partner Sol Campbell. Jurgen Klinsmann returns. For Chelsea, Torre Andre Flo is chosen to partner Gianfranco Zola. Gus Poyet is fit enough to start in midfield. Graham Lasso is preferred for Barriaro at left back. Dennis Wise to take the corner. Flo got the header down. It's LeBeuf. And it very nearly found a way through. Frank LeBeuf here certainly knows his way to goal, particularly from the spot there, and that angle very nearly forced an opportunity for Chelsea to take the lead. Good defending in the end. The ball in this time is looking for Frank LeBeuf, who got there. Fine save. In Walker denying Chelsea's super striker at centre half. Here's Dennis Wise, Petrescu. And the cross was just over the top of Torre Andre Flo. It's good football. Been intercepted. Poyet. Wise. Zola. Wise again. Mabbutt intercepting, showing the experience. Spurs' captain. Former FA Cup winning captain. Just 6 years ago, mind you. Here's Zola. Oh! How unlucky is that? Ball swinging round to Gianfranco Zola. In one touch, shifted his body weight and found the gap needed to get away from Mabbutt. And that's very unfortunate. This is better. Well, prize from Klinsmann that he was fouled, but he's still got the shot away, and Tahoe has to make his first stop in anger. On a day like today, you probably need something to brighten the game up. In terms of someone's mood, this match is not doing that. Whether you are Tottenham, Chelsea, or neutral, is Klinsmann. Now that was different, and Fox will get there and does very well. And Ferdinand gets there. That's a terrific save. That's going to brighten the mood, and the half-time whistle goes. The Spurs produced their best football. A terrific save by Tahoe after a wonderful pass out wide by Jurgen Klinsmann, and the pass back in from Royal Fox was fantastic. It was a fine save as this half ends 0-0. Sinton does well. Klinsmann. Ferdinand. It's better. Ferdinand asking a lot of Sinton, but Sinton responding. Cross looking for Ferdinand again. Although he watched it, he was rooted to the spot. Everybody in White Hart Lane held their breath, and the header just floated wide of the post. Edinburgh again to Sinton. Klinsmann. Sinton again. Oh, that was a really good attempt there from Fox. It was cleared away at the last second. Here's Stephen Carr. Advantage played by the referee. And play will be brought back for the free kick. Eddie Newton acknowledges he was late. No hard feelings between him and Nielsen. And that's what for. 6 of one, half a done and the other from me. So takes it quickly. Wise. Trescu. Able to get past Ginola. Zola. Rise of a foul. It's not given. Spurs will bring it away. Here's Nielsen. Ferdinand. It was caught from behind there by Graham Lasso. Uriah Rennie will have a word. Nothing more. And the free kick to Tottenham Hotspur. And now from Fox to Nielsen. Does well to get away from Wise. There's Ferdinand. Will Fox! Yes! Well, there haven't been too many roars at the moment at White Hart Lane from Spurs. Of their 7 home games, they have won just 3 of them. This was excellent play from Les Ferdinand, who found Royal Fox, who decided to surprise Tahoe by going on his left foot. It just opened up for him. And is that a goal that perhaps sends Spurs on their way to perhaps making White Hart Lane a little bit more of a Tottenham Hotspur fortress? There is a change that perhaps most Chelsea players will be looking for. Vialli definitely knows where the goal is this season. The two most prolific centre forwards are on. Fox was caught there by Poyet. Just a little, oh no, I take it back. Full shoulder there, block as opposed to something more sporting. An element of malice in there. To whip it in. Oh, Ginola got there, and it has looped over the bar. Free kick was floating in. Ginola did well to find the strength, but in truth, never going to worry De Hoy. Here's Edinburgh. Oh, the flick on might just happen here for Klinsmann. Doesn't have the pace, but he's can play in Will Fox. Who can play it? Les Ferdinand, who can do it? It's an own goal! Steve Clark got the last touch. And it's 2-0. And did you ever predict a result as this? Klinsmann deciding to play it to Will Fox as opposed to charging forward. Fox found Ferdinand. The effort looked to be heading wide until Steve Clark got a touch. There's the pass back. There's Ferdinand's effort. And Clark, well, if you're centre forward, you'd be praising that. Seems to be holding his nose. Either way, changes of foot for both teams after that. Petrescu. 10 minutes to go. And it's looking like a good afternoon for Spurs. And Petrescu leapt in and won the ball fairly and will be booked for that. I have to say I do not agree with that. First glance here, it looked as if Dan Petrescu had won that fairly. He's supposed to be impartial, but I'm going to have to disagree there. That did not look like a foul. He's quite happy on the ball there, David Ginola. Calderwood looking for Ginola again. Ginola wins a free kick in a promising situation. Now, Dan Petrescu here has been booked, but will stay on the pitch. Referee deciding this is the game, perhaps for crying of a red card. And I don't think there was a lot in that. So, in all fairness, that is probably the correct decision. Ginola's free kick, Fox, Ferdinand, Everson all forwards. Sola for Chelsea. Here's Poyet. Vialli, who's not really had a moment to worry Ian Walker in this second half since he's come on. Will it be now though? It was. 90 seconds of this contest left. Chelsea have a lifeline. Vialli was brought on to take a chance. His first one. Zola's ball caught out Campbell, who was stuck in no man's land when the ball was laid right behind him. Vialli moving on to the ball, took one touch to set himself and knew exactly where he wanted to put it past Ian Walker. Oh, shocking result there for Spurs. Chaps, I've got to ask you, where on earth did that performance come from? I'm utterly shocked at that, I think, today. I mean, don't get me wrong, Spurs have the team, but they just have not been playing anything like the levels of their capability, and they just were a different side today. The way in which they were pressing, they were moving the ball, it was a joy to watch, but also the space their wingers got. I'm not sure what happened to Chelsea, whether, they've already sort of thinking it's all sort of said and done, having had that 3-point lead, but we've seen what has happened to sides. The pressure of being on top.
It's like Trevor Walker said in the motor racing, isn't it? Catching somebody is one thing, passing them is another. It's the same in Premiership football, really. Getting to the top is one thing, staying there is another. And I think really today Chelsea buckled under that pressure. Well, could Arsenal take advantage at the moment? It's been an indifferent season for them after their fantastic win over Manchester United. They've been struggling for goals and they've been struggling not to concede them. Arsenal's famous defence showing it's slightly fallible at the moment. Could Arsene Wenger find a way to get round a side knocked out of the UEFA Champions League tragically a couple of weeks ago? Or will Arsenal show what they're all about? Your commentator for this one is Trev Champion.
This is a fixture that over the last couple of seasons has produced really good competitive games. St James's Park has seen its fair share of draws this season, but a win today would be a big statement from this Newcastle side, who are well established now as a Premiership outlet. Arsenal have seen Liverpool drop points, still neck and neck with the likes of Chelsea and the emerging Manchester and Manchester United in what has been a fascinating title race. Newcastle lineup very much the same. Tamiri Caspaya this time preferred on the right side, and Arsenal with a change to the right side in the form of young Stephen Hughes making a surprise appearance today. And what a way to show what you can do on the big stage. St James's Park is that today for him. Overmars and Batty doing his job well there. Into Barnes, very direct from Newcastle. Here's Thomason, and it's into a Asprilla with a flick. Fine save by Seaman down to his left. Good early opportunity for Newcastle, and no messing around there from anyone. Direct passing, first time cross, and a superb save from Seaman denies Asprilla. The error. Going to bounce back for Petit. The error again. And Petit again. There's a chance for a shot. Pulls it past the post. But Arsenal carry that threat in midfield. They have power, they have finesse. And Petit just dragging that shot. Bergkamp, nice layoff. But it's going to come back to Thomason, and little triangle there around Hughes, and Thomason now picking it up again. There was a trip there, referee pulling this back for a free kick. Thomason just holding on to it, waiting for that little nudge from Bergkamp there. Arsenal have been a force this season, plenty of goals going in for them. Stoney, Caspaya wasn't going to win that, but Batty's picked it up. Barton into Barnes, still John Barnes, and here's Caspaya, and Seaman denies him on the near post. I thought Barton was going to pick this up initially, but he let it go for Caspaya. And Seaman stood up to it. There wasn't... Seaman long towards Bergkamp. Won the header well there for Vieira, who got a great touch. Bergkamp. Here's Hughes. Cross is blocked by Pistone. Very well balanced this game up to now. Sliding tackle from Vieira, he hooked it, but I don't know how much of the ball he got. Referee said not enough. Certainly a questionable decision. Vieira getting a good chunk of the ball there. Arsenal are going to freshen things up. David Platt, who is no stranger to making an impact off the bench. Batty. That might reach Thomason, it does. Fabulous ball and control. Back for Pistone. Lee. Newcastle taking their time. Rob Lee, Batty. Gonna come for Gillespie, whips it in. Batty. Newcastle want to make this count, and the shot by Lee is deflected for a corner. The pressure is on. The home side are using that noise of St James's Park to spur them on. Arsenal making a lot of substitutions today to try and change things. They're obviously not happy about this. Here's Bergkamp and Anelka. That's the first real chance that Arsenal have had. Anelka with a sight of goal, and the young man's right foot shot just not accurate enough on this occasion. Parlour. Bergkamp. A lot wider than I think he'd like to be, but here's Grimondi. And Anelka's there! Oh, fabulous save from Islam. That was the chance. The best of the match, and certainly the best for Arsenal. It's a great cross, it's a downward header. You'd think all the world he would score. Platt with the ball in. Bergkamp's up there. The volume has been turned up here. And here's Lee. Newcastle on the counter-attack. A sprayer. It's out to Gillespie. Gillespie, can he get that cross in? He can for Barnes! Deadlock broken! John Barnes again for Newcastle! What a run of form this man is having, and what a big goal that could prove to be. He was involved in the build-up. It's a classic counter-attack from Newcastle. Great cross from Gillespie. Fine right foot shot from Barnes. He could not have caught that any sweeter. On the volley, into the bottom corner. Save from Shaka Hislop proving to be a rather big moment, but here come Arsenal, Overmars, Anelka. They've only got 8 minutes to save this, Arsenal. Anelka looking for the right foot shot, and Hislop behind it again. It was a good effort, but at this stage Arsenal going to need more than that. Gillespie. A sprayer with the header. And at this moment, Newcastle just want the ball up that end of the pitch. But a sprayer almost doubling Newcastle's lead. Just couldn't get enough on it. We're into the 90th minute now. That's a loose pass. A sprayer's picked it up. Arsenal backpedaling. There's a collision and a free kick. Tony Adams at fault here. It's just a word from the referee, but Arsenal will be wanting to get this going here. Particularly the captain will have to drive them on. It's clumsy, if anything, from the skipper. Asprilla won it. He may take it. He does. It's off the Arsenal wall. And it's out for a corner, and this is eating up more moments for Newcastle. They've played it short. Barton, are they going to want the icing on the cake, or are they going to settle? It's in for Barnes. This could do it, and Barnes' shot is saved by Seaman. That would have been well and truly over. Barton picks up the loose ball. Here's Lee, and Pearce getting involved. Thomason, and Arsenal win it back. And it's over. It's a massive victory for Newcastle. And Arsenal go back to the drawing board. John Barnes the hero today. A big result in the title race, no doubt. Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0.
Well, Trevor, Arsenal beaten, Newcastle United winner, and probably deservedly, would you say? I'd say on the balance of play, I think 1-0's about right, really. I didn't see a good enough threat from Arsenal after the opening 20-25 minutes. They look a tired side to me. You know, they've got a big Carling Cup semi-final to come. They've got the FA Cup arriving, you know, in the new year. And I just felt there was something slightly off with them today. And Newcastle United pounced. And the frustrating thing is this is the capability Newcastle United have got. But then again, you've got to look at perhaps what's really hurting them. And they don't have a top-class striker. Barnes is good for them. But, you know, Alan Shearer's who they're desperately missing. But if they can keep scrapping wins like this, you never know, they might find themselves in the title race. So with Chelsea and Arsenal being beat, Manchester United suddenly found themselves with the opportunity to go top at Christmas. What do they have to do? They had to beat their rivals, and probably convincingly to do so. As for Liverpool, you feel the defeat here could kick them out of the title race altogether, after they're hanging on after the 0-0 draw previously against Arsenal. Your commentator at Anfield is Trev Motson.
There have been some remarkable battles between these old rivals over the years, and today promises to be another epic tussle. Both sides are eyeing up a win as they aim to hunt down top of the table Chelsea, and it has to be said that the need is greater for Liverpool. The hosts are 8 points behind the league leaders, and a loss today could signal the end of their title hopes. Manchester United arrive on the back of 2 resounding victories. Alex Ferguson's side scored a total of 9 goals past Wimbledon and Blackburn, Andy Cole netting 6 of them. Roy Evans makes 3 changes from the team that drew Arsenal last time out. Harkness, Bjornaby and Redknapp are in. Wright, Berger and Leonardson drop out. Captain Paul Ince goes up against his old team. We can expect free-flowing attacking football from the visitors today. Sheringham partners Cole, while Scholes and Butt are building up an impressive midfield relationship in the continued absence of Roy Keane. One ball forwards, and it falls to Robbie Fowler inside the opening 5 minutes. Hounded out on the edge of the box, and United get the ball away. This is Sheringham. Gary Neville got space to run into. Exchanges passes with Beckham. Sheringham! It's the post, but Cole is there! And the offside flag denies Manchester United a perfect start. Andy Cole can't believe it. He's in such a rich vein of form. And by a toenail, he is offside. Fowler. Back to Ince. Being booed every time he touches the ball by the visiting supporters. Beckham for United. Now Sheringham. Scholes towards Ryan Giggs, who gives United the lead. 11 minutes on the clock and it's Ryan Giggs. Liverpool were far too open. Scholes spotted Giggs' run. And one-on-one against David James, there was never really any doubt. Liverpool's title hopes dwindling in front of our very eyes. We may only be in December, but it's a huge mountain to climb. Lovely ball by Scholes, and there was Giggs with his so-called weaker foot powering the ball past James. And United continue to pile the pressure on Chelsea at the top of the table. They're 1-0 up. Irwin. One scored in a 3-3 draw between these two teams at Anfield. Good ball in by Giggs, headed away. And it falls to Gary Neville. Now Sheringham, back to Nicky Butt. Scholes on the edge. And that is a brilliant save by David James. He was in sparkling form at Highbury a week ago. And he's produced a top draw save to deny Scholes there. It'll be Beckham with the corner kick. 20 minutes on the clock. United already one up. That goes up and it falls to Ryan Giggs, who scores for the second time this afternoon. What a remarkable start for Manchester United. Liverpool didn't clear the ball. Giggs had the freedom of the penalty area and fired the ball past David James for the second time today. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 2. Well, the home supporters can't believe what they are seeing. United coming forwards once again. It's Beckham on the right. Andy Cole! James again with a great save. Acrobatic effort from Andy Cole. Liverpool just have no answers to United. Cole, a handful all afternoon, and he's won a free kick for his team. He's Redknapp with the foul. Graham Poll goes over to have a word with the midfielder. Just a ticking off. Lovely footwork by Cole. And a chance for United to get the ball into the box. It'll be David Beckham with the set piece. Poor by his standards. And Liverpool get the ball away. This is Robbie Fowler. Owen. Not seen anything from the centre forward. But this is Redknapp. Headed away. McAteer picks the ball up. Ince. Ball falls to Robbie Fowler. Schmeichel with the save, and the ball didn't drop for Owen. The big Danish goalkeeper got down well, and on another day, that would have been a tap in for Michael Owen. Beckham with the delivery. Scholes! Hooked off the line by McAteer. It's been all Manchester United. And that was nearly 3-0. Ince. Play on, says the referee. Redknapp now. McManaman. Good save by Schmeichel. Goes out for a corner. A fine effort by Steve McManaman. Schmeichel was equal to it. Plunging to his right. Or to his left, should I say. Good save by the goalkeeper. Matteo will pick up the ball. Now this is Ince into Fowler. Ince again. Berger, the substitute. Robbie Fowler. Just off balance. As he tried to direct his effort on goal. A brighter opening to the second half though from the hosts. They do need a goal though, Liverpool. Berger. He certainly offered more than Bjornaby did in the first half. This is Michael Owen. Not too far wide from the young man. Ince's ball into Owen's feet. Good turn. And the ball drifted wide. Liverpool will be encouraged by this. It remains 2-0 to Manchester United though. And this is Øyvind Leonardsen replacing Jamie Redknapp. Leonardsen left out of the starting lineup today. He's got a chance to prove himself now. Giggs, the scorer of United's 2 goals. Finds Irwin. Now Cole. Back to Giggs. Cole again. Dennis Irwin. Sheringham! A top save by David James. That was heading for the top corner. Good ball in by Irwin. Sheringham rose highest. James got a fingertip to it. McAteer. Just over 20 minutes remaining for Liverpool to salvage something out of this. Good defending by United, and Beckham can come away with the ball. Now Sheringham. Beckham. Giggs goes up. Cole! 3-0. And it was only a matter of time before the Premiership's hottest property found the back of the net. He is unstoppable at the moment. And there is no stopping Manchester United's charge towards the top of the table. They're 3-0 up at Anfield. And in truth, it could be much more. McAteer led Cole free. And he punished the slack defending from Liverpool. First time finish beyond James. And this is a sorry afternoon for Liverpool. Cole. Sheringham finds Giggs. He's got Cole inside. Giggs still with the ball. Liverpool just can't get the ball off him. Still Ryan Giggs. What a run! And he's won a penalty! Graham Poll points to the spot. It was a mesmerising run by Ryan Giggs. And the only way to stop him was illegally. It was Paul Ince on his former teammate. And United can make it 4-0. Dennis Irwin from 12 yards. Saved by David James. Well, he's had a good afternoon as James, despite conceding 3 goals. And he has denied Irwin from the spot. It remains 3-0. A fine performance and a fine win for Manchester United. You can see what it means to the players. This is the one they want to win the most. But for Liverpool, it is a forgettable afternoon. 2 goals from Ryan Giggs set United on their way. Andy Cole made it 3-0 midway through the second half. Liverpool barely laid a glove on their opponents. It's ended at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 3.
Well, I don't think anyone had that result on the cards. Manchester United winners comfortably easy, and Liverpool out of the title race, Trevor? I think so. They look like 2 teams almost a division apart. Liverpool were really poor today. Their shape, their performance, it was just all over the place. Manchester United were excellent. Scholes and Butt were fantastic in that midfield. You know, Ince and McManaman, and just had no answer to them today. Beckham and Giggs had all the room in the world. Beckham just hanging right, crossing the ball in at will, causing so many problems. Giggs, he's just able to find room at will, and it's just striking. It was just a brilliant performance, and very poor from Liverpool, but I really have to say, I thought Manchester United, that for me was their best performance of the season so far. Well, let's have a look at some of the other games that took place here this weekend in the FA Carling Premiership, brought to you by Trevor Sinstadt. Defending in the top flight is all about one thing: communication. It's always a magical thing to see defender and goalkeeper in perfect harmony. This wasn't one of those occasions. Tony Cottee took advantage to give Leicester City the lead at Filbert Street. But Palace show they're a pretty good side away from Hull at the moment, and when the cross arrived, Sandra Kurcic was there to strike it back to bring Crystal Palace level. Out of all the sides that have been promoted this season, it looks like Palace are the ones best set to survive for next season. The Crazy Gang and the Saints, who would go marching into 1998 with the win in this one, well, I can tell you, it was Wimbledon. A great one from Marcus Gale in the end, was able to find the yards inside the Southampton penalty area. The finish was far too much past the goalkeeper. 1-0 to the Crazy Gang. Sheffield Wednesday's remarkable turnaround in form needs to be studied under Ron Atkinson. They've had a lot of luck at the moment, but the luck was to run out ever so slightly here. At least that would have you believe in this Yorkshire derby. Some issue in Moses felt Andy Booth in the area. Pointing to the spot and upset Paolo Di Canio with an uncustomary stutter, and in the end a very poor penalty that was well saved. It wasn't to be the deciding factor, as we ended up getting a Christmas miracle at Hillsborough. The Watson's punch, Andy Hinchcliffe took a moment and crossed the ball in, and Des Walker, scoring a rare Premiership goal, put Sheffield Wednesday in the lead, much to the annoyance of the Barnsley fans. The second goal was all the more predictable, as it turns out, as it arrived from a centre forward. Booth with good play, a little fantastic 1-2 by Di Canio, a fantastic finish. It was 2-0 to end the first half that Wednesday dominated. In the second half, though, Barnsley managed to get themselves back into the game, and Tinkler, finding himself in the area, headed back to make it 2-1. It was nothing more than a consolation prize, as Wednesday held out and won this one. Leeds United have sometimes blown hot and cold at the moment at home in Ellen Road. Everton were their opponents today, but Everton hadn't really been able to compromise a decent threat on Nigel Martin's goal. This was their best effort from Duncan Ferguson, who's only got one goal to his name so far this season. The best chance of the match arrived when Alfinger Haaland played the ball over, and it was the old Manchester United alumni Lee Sharp's effort that was well stopped by Paul Gerrard. Goalless here. Blackburn Rovers might just be dark horses to be in the title race. And it turns out in this game they had their chances. Chris Sutton scored here, but the flag was raised up and replay showed correctly for offside. It wasn't to stop Rovers, they continued to make their chances. Gallagher exchanged with Matty Holmes. His cross was pulled back. Sutton found the room. 1-0. Chris Sutton in the Championship winning season was one of the highest scorers, and he's starting to rack up the goals this season as Blackburn Rovers' form has improved, and it showed with his second, able to hold off Fish and head the ball past Jääskeläinen brilliantly to make it 2. A wonderful afternoon for Rovers, who certainly will be enjoying the Christmas spirit more than Bolton Wanderers. Aston Villa and particularly Dwight York had one of those games where just about nothing went right in the end. But sometimes, if you have all the luck in the world, just stick your laces through it. That's what happened to Sava Milosevic. He found half a yard through and was able to fire the ball in to put them one up. And then the chances arrived for York. This first effort struck the outside of the post. And then York was presented with another chance after another wonderful exchange with Milosevic. This time, it was dead on the post itself. And it looked like redemption would come in the end when suddenly out of nowhere, Milosevic was fouled in the area. Despite all the protests in the world, a penalty was awarded and upset Dwight York inside of the post again. You couldn't believe this. Derby County know that West Ham don't travel very well at the moment, so here was their opportunity to see what they could do. An excellent cross, a fine finish from one shot is all that required, and in truth, West Ham United essentially imploded. There were chances, but this was the most controversial moment of them. After a cross round in, Julian Dix was adjudged to a foul erroneo, as the referee pointed to the spot, Up stepped the penalty kick. Brilliantly finished by Dean Sturridge. 2-0 to Derby County, who showed that they are certainly enjoying life in their new home, unlike West Ham that can't perform away from home. So 17 games into the FA Carling Premiership. Who will be top at Christmas? Man United on goal difference over Chelsea, who missed the opportunity if they got just a draw out of the Chelsea game to finish top at Christmas. Why is that so important? Because the side top at Christmas usually wins it. Arsenal feel disappointed after that defeat. They've dropped down. Blackburn Rovers, after their win, they've climbed up to 4th place. They look like a dark horses to also challenge for the Premiership. Bottom of the Premiership, well, Sheffield Wednesday recovery needs to be studied and shown to everyone how you can survive. Spurs, after that win, they move up to 11th. Everton with a rare point, they still remain 4 points adrift of Barnsley, and Southampton, after their defeat to Wimbledon, find themselves also in the relegation zone. So we've got to ask the magical question before we sign off for our turkey and mulled wine. Guys, Man United are top at Christmas. Are they going to win it? I think so. I think when you look at it overall, I think some of the stuttering performance by Chelsea and Arsenal means it's just not consistent enough, and I think so. And Trevor, who do you think is going to win it? I've got to say Man United. I mean, the simple fact was, beginning of December, Man United probably weren't in the title race. They were stuttering back, but they've clawed their way back in. This is a side well drilled, well coached. They know how to do this. They've got European come up if they can stay injury free and they can stay focused and they can rely on their top players, to guide some of the youngsters through this, the likes of Schmeichel and Giggs and Pallister. I think, Man United will win it. There you go, you heard it from Trevor and Trevor. If you're a bookie, start paying out now. Man United will win the FA Carling Premiership. Absolutely no doubting that. For us here on Match of the Day, you can see us again on Boxing Day, where we've got a little episode just to whet your appetite to keep you going. And we're back properly in the new year with Match of the Day. From all of us, though, thank you very much for watching. We hope you have a very Merry Christmas, an incredibly Happy New Year. And we look forward to seeing you as we look to phase toward 1998 and a tournament this summer. Bye-bye.
Beckham for United. Now Sheringham. Scholes towards Ryan Giggs, who gives United the lead. 11 minutes on the clock and it's Ryan Giggs.
Thank you for watching here this match on Trevor Sports. If you've liked it, please don't be afraid to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you do fancy it, head on over to Ko-fi. The link is in the description. Buy me a coffee for all the hard work. Further than that, make sure you enjoy more games coming up.